They say the hardest heartbreaks don't happen under bright lights or in front of cameras. They happen in silence, behind closed doors, where no producer can ease the pain and no audience can see the tears. For decades, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos seemed like the definition of forever. They were the couple that made love look easy, fun, effortless, unbreakable. But even the strongest bones can face storms no one sees coming. This is not just the story of a celebrity couple. It's the story of love tested by time, by pressure, and by change. Kelly and Mark's journey began on the set of All My Children in the 1990s. The connection was instant. Two young actors who fell for each other not because of fame, but because of something real. In 1996, they surprised everyone by eloping, skipping the glamour for a simple promise of love and devotion. Over the years, they built a life that millions admired. 3 children, successful careers, and an unmistakable chemistry that followed them wherever they went. Together, they proved that love could survive under the spotlight. But behind the cameras, real life was unfolding. Complex, imperfect, and human. As they worked side by side, balancing family life and fame, cracks began to show. Spending nearly every moment together, on television and at home, was both a gift and a challenge. Kelly and Mark are both strong personalities and, at times, those sparks that once drew them together turned into tension. The problem wasn't love, it was balance. With careers pulling them in different directions and the demands of fame pressing on every side, the harmony they had built began to strain. To the world, they still looked like the perfect couple, but behind that image, they were quietly fighting to keep their connection alive. Then, Mark made a decision that no one saw coming. After years of appearing together on Live with Kelly and Mark, he announced that he would be stepping away from the show. Fans were shocked. To them, the show wasn't just a talk show, it was a reflection of their relationship, their friendship, their love. The news hit Kelly deeply. She had grown used to sharing her mornings, her laughter, and her life with Mark on camera. His absence would mean more than just an empty chair. It meant adjusting to a new rhythm in both her work and her heart. When Kelly addressed the change publicly, her voice wavered. "It's hard to imagine live without Mark," she admitted. It wasn't just a professional loss, it was personal, a reminder that even the closest partnerships sometimes need space to breathe. Mark later shared his side with sincerity. He said he never wanted to hurt Kelly, only to give them both the room to grow individually. "I want nothing more than for her to thrive. We've been through so much together, and that will never change." Behind his decision was love. Not the romantic kind we see in movies, but the mature, complicated kind that sometimes requires distance to survive. For Kelly, those words brought both pain and understanding. After decades of partnership, she now had to rediscover herself, not just as a wife or co-host, but as her own person. She found strength in the very thing that had carried her through life, resilience. Behind the scenes, she faced her emotions head on. She reflected on the years they'd built together, the laughter, the chaos, the love that had shaped her family. And though it hurt, she began to see that this change didn't erase what they had. It was simply a new chapter in their story. Fans rallied around her, flooding social media with messages of support. They reminded her, and everyone watching, that love isn't just about holding on. Sometimes it's about letting go with grace and trust. In those quiet moments when the lights fade and the camera stop rolling, Kelly Ripa's strength shines brightest. She continues to show up with kindness, with courage, with the same spark that drew people to her decades ago. Her story is more than a celebrity headline. It's a reminder to anyone who has ever loved deeply, fought for something real, and faced the pain of change. It's about realizing that love doesn't end when life shifts, it transforms. Kelly and Mark's relationship may look different now, but their bond remains. They share a lifetime of memories, 3 beautiful children, and a respect that no headline can take away. So, as Kelly steps forward, alone, but never truly without love, she reminds all of us of something powerful. You can lose your footing, you can break down, but you can always rise again. Their story teaches us that even when love takes on a new shape, it can still be true. It can still be beautiful. And perhaps that's what makes it timeless.